if you're a baseball fan, and I understand hating the Dodgers, I understand hating the Yankees. I get it. I'm not a Yankee fan. I root for them to lose every time they're in the World Series or in the playoffs and the Dodgers are eliminated, or even if it's against the Dodgers. Even if the Dodgers are still in, I'm always rooting for the Yankees to lose. Full disclosure. But if I'm a neutral, objective baseball fan and my team gets eliminated, I want the best possible matchup or the best possible story, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Mets might have been the best possible story of this postseason.
Yeah.
Mets got eliminated. You got the best possible matchup. You got the best team in the NL versus the best team in the AL. You got the two big juggernaut payrolls. You've got not only that, the two best players in baseball. You've got Aaron Judge versus Shohei Ohtani, two of the most marketable players in baseball, top jersey sellers in baseball. You've got Garrett Cole, who was just signed, who signed the biggest contract for a pitcher of all time before Yoshinobu Yamamoto did, against Yoshinobu Yamamoto, who was rumored to be signing with the Yankees. You've got so many different storylines. You've got so many different things to look forward to. This is a World Series that we might never see again. This is so rare in baseball. In professional sports, it's rare that you get this type of a matchup where the best players on the best teams are going up against each other in the biggest markets.
Jesse, I haven't been this excited since Godzilla vs. King Kong came out, because that is what we're getting, dude. We're getting Godzilla vs. King Kong.
There it is. You found it.
That's
you
right,
found
dude.
the comp.
There it is, dude. Yeah. That's our comp. It's our comp. It's the Kaiju Bowl, dude. The All-American King Kong Judge.
Samurai Dodgers Kaiju Bowl. This is getting out of hand, dude.
Dude, it's not my fault. I live in an ethnically diverse part of Los Angeles County. I got a lot of
Shohei fans.
Yes, that's the way to say it. Yeah. Anyways, it's fucking exciting, dude. I love that comp or that storyline you were talking about. You know, the Yankees only offering $300 million to Yamamoto because they go, hey, that's what we gave our guy Cole. You know, that's the best pitcher on the planet. How can we offer you more than that? No disrespect. The city of brotherly love offered Yamamoto $350 million, and Uncle Stevie Cohen offered $325 million. Obviously, he settled with the Dodgers, but it's going to look like a fucking steal if he goes out and shoves and the Dodgers win the World Series. But if he goes out and gets shelled, you're going to have everybody in the fucking Bronx calling fucking Yamamoto a bum. You know what I mean? The whole damn country. So that's a lot of fun. Somehow in this series, you know, we're all looking at Ohtani and Judge, these 50-plus home run monsters. A couple of one-daughters out there, our OPS fans out there. But the understudies of the play, SoDo, Mookie Betts.
Oh, yeah.
Mookie,
those bums.
Those fucking bums. Mookie on an MVP trajectory this year before he breaks his hand.
Yeah.
SoDo playing out of his mind, dude. The kid's got fucking 600 million reasons to swing. Jazz Chisholm just saying that he's worth 700 million. I disagree. But Jesse, I do want to ask you, with that dramatic 3-run home run in the 10th inning to clinch the ALCS for the Yankees, has Juan Soto already done enough to secure 600 million fucking smackers?
Look, I'll say this. If Shohei Ohtani's worth 700 million, then Juan Soto probably isn't worth 6. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't offer him 6. If that's what the market dictates for you to keep Juan Soto, then you fucking have to do it. Like, you have no choice. You have to sign Juan Soto. But is Juan Soto better than Aaron Judge, who at this moment, what's Aaron Judge's contract? Hold on, Aaron Judge contract.
360, I think?
360. So there you go. So is Juan Soto worth more than Aaron Judge, who just hit 58 home runs, who hit the most home runs in American League's history? I don't know. I don't think he is. The problem is, the market is going to dictate it because Stevie Cohen and the Mets are going to match or do more than the Yankees will. every day of the week because the Mets, I'm serious, the Mets need Juan Soto just as much as the Yankees do.
Wow.
If the Yankees win this series, two things can happen. Juan Soto might get that taste and be like, all right, well, I'm never leaving. Or the Yankees might be like, well, we got what we needed from this 1 year rental. You know what I mean? So a lot is riding on the line with this series here. To answer your question, like, yes, he's worth $600 million if that's what the Mets are offering or any other team that's trying to beat out the Yankees in negotiation. It's going to be Mets or Yankees, dude. Just mark.
Well, let me ask you this, Jess, just to concisely put a bow on it. In one word, has he done enough to secure $600 million without the World Series? Yes or no? And if he wins, if he clinches the World Series for the Yankees, then do you think he did enough?
If they win the World Series, yeah, he's worth
nice.
it.
I love
if
it.
not, no, because Shohei Ohtani is double the player because he pitches.
Hell yeah.
So I just can't go there. Like it's like the same reason where like the Yankees can't offer Yamamoto X amount of dollars because he's not worth more than Garrett Cole.
I vibe that.
I can't go up to $600 million for Soto if Ohtani's worth $7.
And you know what I will say about the Yankees not feeling comfortable to give that much money to Yamamoto? I don't like to your point, if the market says he's worth $325, then that's what he's worth. But I at least respect the Yankees for having some principle and going like, look, this is our guy. We'll offer you what we think he's worth, but this is it, Not that they need the money, but I just kind of like it, what it says about believing in your captain, pitcher, whatever you want to call him. I know Judge is the captain.
I get that.
You get what I'm saying.
If I'm Garrett Cole, though, and I actually, care about what they pay Yamamoto,
Well, I think he does. I think Garrett Cole does care. And that's not a shot at Cole.
He might be a little sensitive.
But, dude, think about it. Think about where he came up, dude. He was fucking on that UCLA pitching staff with Bauer. They notoriously butted heads all, through the pros and shit. But, yeah, dude, I mean, I'm not knocking Cole at all. But I think he's got a little bit of that, ace diva kind of swag to him. You know what I mean?
Good. Then maybe it'll motivate him to have a better season. If you put Yamamoto on the team for more money, you know what I mean? And also, I think Cole had something in his contract about how he could opt out and ask for more money or something. So that could be a part of it. There's something in there. I forget what it was. There's some weird stipulation in his contract. Anyways, we're kind of going off the rails here.
Let me get us back onto these rails. Just because you're speaking of contracts, and I think it's super interesting. We're talking about SoDo. We're talking about Mooki. If our friends will remember, Mookie Betts came over to the Dodgers on a trade, and it was a 1 year contract. He was
very similar scenario.
He was looking to test free agent. Was adamant about it. That's why the Red Sox let him go. Who's the best 1 year contract of all time, dude? I mean, Soto's really looking like it. But Mookie, another great one to re-sign. Obviously, he signed an extension. But, hey, if Soto re-signs with the Yankees, it's basically an extension, right?
Yeah, I guess I would say it just depends on how the series plays out for the Yankees. If the Yankees win, it's a wash. I mean, it's Mookie until it's not, because Mookie got the World Series in 2020. And the Dodgers got the extension, so it was a big gamble, but you okay?
Dude, my allergies are ripping me apart right now. It's incredible.
Okay,
I don't want you to think I'm doing any Colombian bam bam over here, dude.
Hey man, if there's one thing I know about you,
I ain't celebrating like that, dude.
Yeah. Michaela my wife is going through the same shit. She's dealing with really bad allergies right now. I think it's seasonal. The seasons are changing or something.
It's brutal, dude. Pollen in these streets, dude.
Yeah, Mookie's the answer only because the Dodgers won the World Series and they extended him, so that gamble paid off. Also, if you look at what the Dodgers gave up, fucking Jeter Downs. What's going on with him? Connor Wong's been had a decent year.
Verdugo in the World Series.
Verdugo's on the Yankees now.
He's still in the World Series. That means something.
But he's on the Yankees now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of. I think the Dodgers won that one. And I like Verdugo a lot. I'm just being honest though. But for SoDo, it's like the Padres. You know, they kind of got some decent players in return, and let's see. I mean, the Yankees got to the World Series, and he hit the homer that got them there. It's like it's so close. It's 1A and 1B. Take your pick. The Yankees got to win for this to be a real argument, and they got to re-sign him. You know what I mean? It's Mookie until it's not. Is kind of like the point I would make.
I'm not gonna fight you on that, dude.
Yeah.
There is another little battle brewing, another storyline, if you will. Probably the two most, what was the word you used, dude? Just fucking picked apart managers in the league. Scrutinized. The two most scrutinized managers in all baseball, Dave Roberts and Aaron Boone. Jess, just off the top, dude, who's got more to lose in this series? Dave
This is my favorite.
or Booney?
Yeah, this is my favorite topic on this whole note list that you put together. It's such an interesting question because their careers are sort of like mirroring each other a little bit, because they are not only are they both coaching the two like teams like the biggest payrolls and the biggest markets, the two most historic franchises in baseball, but they're also like guys that were like role players in their careers that have incredible playoff moments. Like Dave Roberts has the steal to send the to win Game 4 with the Red Sox down 3-0 against the Yankees. Boone the year before has the home run to win Game 7 against the Red Sox.
Fucking crazy.
So like both of these guys have incredible postseason moments, you know, and they're also two of the most overly scrutinized managers in baseball. And I would argue that both of them, while there's always a place to pick apart a manager and what they do, that's just baseball, that's just the game. It's a hard fucking game, man. Like, I argue that a lot of these great managers sometimes just get lucky that their decisions work out. You know what I mean? Like, it's a hard game. And I think they're both unfairly scrutinized. But I think Doc has more to lose here. You know what? I don't know. Because the injuries the Dodgers had to go through. No, you know what? It's Boone. Here's why. Boone's got Cole. He's healthy. He's got Rodon. Boone, they've got the starting pitching advantage. They have 4 starting pitchers they can throw out there. The Dodgers have 3. And they don't have two of their best. You know, so they don't have their ace. Yamamoto's on a short leash. Like, all of it favors the Yankees on the starting pitching side of things. Dodgers bullpen, Yankees bullpen, pretty close. They're both very good. Dodgers might be favored, just the way they've pitched in the playoffs. They might be a little better right now. Dodgers offense is obviously, you know, it's better than anybody ever right now, the way they're playing. I think it's probably Boone because you have Cole healthy. They thought they weren't going to have him this year. Dodgers don't have Glass now. Like, you gotta manage those games very carefully. So if he lets Cole go too long, and the Dodgers get to him like second or third time through the order, New York is a tough market, man, and we might see some chirping going on.
You're right.
And
no,
they've been
I
calling
think
for his head for a long time. I think this is Roberts' finest hour to even get to the World Series without Glasnow, without River Ryan, Gavin Stone, Clayton Kershaw, with a bad Walker Buehler, with an injured Yamamoto.
Bobby Miller sucks. Fucking
Bobby Miller. Yeah.
Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin. I mean, the list goes on, baby.
I think Doc is guaranteed another year.
I agree. I agree, and I do think that the pressure is actually higher on Booney because SoDo's not agreed to an extension. So you might only have this year. Point. You know what I mean? And you know, who knows what the next season? I mean, they didn't make the playoffs the year before, and you know, to the Dodgers' point, they got their brains beaten in by the fucking Diamondbacks last postseason. So I think if you would have told Yankees fans, Dodgers fans, like, hey, hold tight, in this offseason they're going to make some dramatic moves and, you know, you'll get to the World Series, I think last season everybody would go, okay. But nah, man, people were fucking pissed. People were pissed at Aaron Boone. People were fed up with fucking Dave. I mean, it feels like every postseason nobody ever blames the fucking offense for not showing up, but they always blame Dave and the pitching. So yeah, I do think these are two guys that are maybe unfairly scrutinized, but a little bit. But like we've said, dude, you know, pressure's the highest where the lights shine the brightest, and you know that's in these big markets, and you know at no more stressful time than in October. So
yeah, well, let me say something about that. Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
If I were to be a betting man, I would say both of these guys still have their jobs next year, only because Boone would have been fired if they didn't make the World Series this year. And I say that because of the landscape the Yankees had. I'm not going to call it the easiest path to a World Series ever, but like the Astros, the Tigers did you a huge favor by getting rid of the Astros, which has been the boogeyman for the Yankees and their ability to make the World Series in the Aaron Judge era, right? So with that being said, you had the Royals and you got the Guardians. It's not their fault. That's the draw they got. They took advantage of it, and they did it in they have a record of 7-2, you know, in those 9 games. So like they did their job. Those Cleveland games got awfully dicey. They were pretty scary. That was one of the best 5-game series you could ask for.
Yeah.
In a best of 7. You know what I mean? Like those 3 games in Cleveland were fucking awesome. Great games.
Shouts out Big Christmas.
Yankees, yeah, that was awesome. Shout out to the Guardians too, just for
I know we haven't even really talked about the Guardians. Yeah. It's been a couple days, but I mean, what a fucking season! I think they're incredible. You heard it here first, real quick, Jesse. I just wanted to throw this to all our Cleveland fans out there. You heard it here first. JD Martinez is going to be your DH next year, so enjoy that. 28 home runs for the Guardians next season.
Yeah, 28 home runs, 200 strikeouts. Enjoy it.
It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. I like JD a lot. He was actually great for the Dodgers. So you know, like just like nobody expected Doc to win a World Series last year with Lance Lynn starting Game 3, and like once Kershaw got shelled, it was like there's no way Dave Roberts can do anything to win this series right now. You know, because we knew our pitching was so bad. The pressure was equally on. It was like in reverse. It was on Boone to win those games. So he won those games. He took care of business, got them to a World Series. He's going to be back next year. Like that was because what's going to happen is if they lose to the Dodgers, yes, there are going to be Yankee fans that are like going to shit on his decisions. Of course, that's going to happen. But at the same time, I think that they're smart enough to know it's just because the Dodgers probably just a better team. Yeah, you know, and that's the reason why. Yeah, if the Dodgers lose, though, it really depends on the decisions Doc makes, because if they are blowing the Yankees out and then we get our fucking best guys up there and Doc doesn't make the right decisions with them, that's a different story. I think it's a fine line. I would still say the pressure's on Boone, but like it's splitting hairs, you know?
Oh, yeah. So I vibe that.
That's all I got.
Jess, dude, we got the 2 best teams in baseball, the 2 1 seeds. We got the 2 unanimous favorites for the AL and NL MVPs. Such a deep cast of stars. You know, we've talked about from the managers to the role players to everything in between. Is this just finally proof that baseball is thriving in a way we haven't seen in maybe 30 years, 40 years or so, dude?
Here's what I'll say. I don't think we're ever going to see the ratings that baseball once did, you know, like Yankees, Red Sox, and things like that, like in the, you know, the early 2000s. Like, I don't think we'll ever see that again. No, sorry. We might see ratings like that. Like, we might get close to that. But, like, baseball in, like, the 90s and, you know, before, like, NBA became, like, before the Michael Jordan era of the NBA and when the NFL really became America's sport, it's going to be tough for baseball to ever get back to those numbers, right? But in terms of, like, what we're about to see, this is the most international the game has ever been. You know, it's only been, like, 25 years of us, 30 years of Major League Baseball signing, like, international prospects and coming over to the league. It's only a small sample size, all things considered. We're finally starting to see, like, generational results and all that stuff, where like people who were kids when like the Dodgers signed Hideo Nomo or you know, like they're now adults. You know what I mean? So it's like we're just kind of entering that phase of us like really truly realizing baseball is like the most international sport in the world. Out of all of them, it's probably, other than like maybe soccer, like baseball is the most international sport. It's more international than NBA and football.
I dig it. I'm right there with you, brother.
I think that.
What do you say to people who are saying that? I ain't watching this, dude. Oh, you cut out there.
Sorry, hold on. Just let me tell you, with what's about to happen with Shohei, and because the Japanese ratings have been insane. They have. I saw a number that like Game 5 with Darvish pitching for the Padres against Shohei, that it was like 8 million viewers in the U.S. versus like 14 million in Japan or something like that. Like almost double. We're about to see some crazy shit with with Shohei in the World Series and the Japanese fan base following along. This is probably the best we're ever going to see. Like this era right now, over like the next like 20 years, this is probably going to be the highest rated World Series. That's my prediction.
You heard that prediction there, baby. Highest rated World Series of the next 20 years. 2024, Dodgers, Yanks. Jess, I got one last question for you, Papas. Give me your prediction for that World Series. Who you taking?
Okay. I don't know if you can tell by my shirt here.
Does it say Miami?
Yes, Shohei Miami.
Oh.
It's a new soccer team. Cristiano Ronaldo is supposed to sign there.
Love those guys.
I do like. Well, I feel like I'm a college athlete who's about to pick his what college he's, or the high school athlete.
You're gonna commit to.
But announces what college he's committing to. I don't know where. Hold on, I got it.
There's no way this isn't going to be a letdown.
This is very stupid because I don't think anybody watching this podcast would think that I'm going to pick any other team, but whatever. These are the two hats I got. This is the Yankees and this is the Dodgers.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm going to go with Dodgers.
Whoa.
In 6 games.
Whoa, Dodgers
I'm tempted.
in 6.
I'm tempted to take them in 5 games, but because the bullpen game factor, because the Yankees are very good, I think that we're going to see the Dodgers like have a blowout in 1 game. It's not going to be like a Mets game, but I think it's going to be 1-1 after 2, just like the Mets series. But I think that Dodgers are going to steal like a really, really controversial, great game in the Bronx. And it's going to be fucking epic. And then the Dodgers are going to win at home in 6 games.
Interesting, dude. Yeah. See, I have a slightly different take on it. Obviously, going Dodgers. I don't know if anybody was going to guess that I was going to go Dodgers too. Oh, you guys were? Oh, that's crazy. I think that game 1 is going to be super, super important. We were talking about Yankees got a starting pitching edge. I think the Dodgers have a bullpen edge. Important. So I think that if the Dodgers come out and win game 1, I'm saying Dodgers in 6. I think if the Dodgers lose game 1, Dodgers in 7.
Here's my take.
Big difference. I know, dude. Wrap your mind around it, dude. It's analytics in here, dude, all the time. Running numbers, grinding gears, crunching papers, dude.
Here's my take on it. I would only be surprised by a couple of things in the series. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees won in like 6 or 7 games. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers won in 6 or 7 games. I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers swept the Yankees. Or won it in 5 games pretty easily too. Like one, like where the Yankees are scoring 6 runs, but the Dodgers are scoring 10. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
Yeah,
there's only one scenario I would be surprised by, and that's the Yankees beating the Dodgers easily. That's the only scenario that I don't see happening in this series.
Well, you heard it here.
I think it's going to be pretty much what we saw in the Padres series. I think it's going to be very, very similar to that. Where like the Yankees could go up 2-1. It's like 1-1 after 2, and then they take the first game in the Bronx. I think they're going to get to Garrett Cole. Yeah. I think it's going to happen. I think they're going to get to Garrett Cole. I think they're going to get to Rodon. And I think Dodgers in 6 is the best choice out of all of them. So, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm hoping happens, and you heard it here first, everybody. So if you're,
I'm ready to get my heart broken, Branden. I really am. I'm ready to get fucking.
Dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
I got nothing but hopes and dreams for this next week. It's going to be great. I'm just going to be reveling in my season not being over just yet.